Hello, friends. Yeah, I came here, to share one of the testimony, or another way, one of the story that I was reminded. It's quite recently, and you know, it's related to my, how to say, my commitment in other way. So it happened this way. Remembering all the story back when I think since 2013 I got born again, and that's where all the journey or my journey began, with Jesus, and yeah, being in ministry. So all these things I started kind of recollecting, and I find out myself in certain areas. Like I used to say that, I commit myself and I will keep myself, and all the stuff that of course I here and there, of course I messed up, and I let my flesh win, and also let my thoughts win, instead of God's perspective, or God allowing God to reign over my life. Mostly, yeah, I let my flesh win. But as I've been thinking through, I was recollecting those times, especially recently something happened. It's quite real, okay, how, and I want to share this because it's quite significant for me. So I don't know, I was worshiping, I think I was worshiping, grabbing my guitar and just going through some songs, just listening, singing out loud. That's what I do usually. And as I was going through some song lines, and I remember this song where it it clearly mentioned that, I think it's one of the song that I don't remember who sang that song, but it sounds like purify my heart, and it goes on and on, and I'm ready to do your will. It goes on, and that really kind of pinched my heart. I choose to be holy, and when it comes like set apart for you, that word set apart gonna hit me so hard, and that when I was meditating on that word set apart, and it's very real. It stood up that God really, like, it was so real. I could really hear, that He told me, like, very clearly, okay, in my heart, like, hey Imlong, I you are set apart for me. And that pinched me so hard. And when I look at David's life, I wasn't there, of course, but reading, studying his character, studying about his life, finding out one interesting thing that kind of pinch me so hard in my heart is he left. Of course, he was messed up like me, sexually, or here and there. He messed up, but one of the thing why he keep on going, why he stand firm on his call, or another way to walk with God, is the main reason is he knew that he is set apart for God. So, and that bumped me so hard. And what happened, like, it's like I'm like, wow, how comes, who am I, that he chose me to be, and also calling myself, telling me that you are set apart for him, I mean for me, for him. So it's like, wow, do I deserve that, and even looking at the background of the Old Testaments, where Levites were set apart for him, and looking at all these backstories and the Bible, it's so clear. And I just kind of, it was so, how to say, I kind of caught in the emotional breakdown. I like, why, Lord? And I sounds like Moses, like, why me, I'm smallest of smallest. I can't talk like people, I can't sing like people. All these thoughts were coming, hitting me so hard. And that's where my spirit started declaring to myself that I am set apart for him. And that's where, of course, I'm not against anything, okay, I'm not bringing any doctrine or anything, but my spirit was saying, clearly that to not to listen to secular songs, and also related to the world in other way, because it was so clear that to serve one master. you know I can't serve two master. I can't put my feet on two boats, and which I'm pretty sure it will go for some certain area, but it will split, right? And the solution is always sink, or either you choose one. So that put me in a place, and also I might be wrong, I might be right, I don't know, but this is my perspective, is that my thing, okay, nothing to, I'm not bringing any doctrine, that me listening to secular songs, in other way, the song that is from the world, for the world. So it kind of pumped me so hard that, of course, I'm living in the world, but I don't belong to this world. I belong to, I'm a citizen of, a citizen from heaven. So I'm just, for some time I'm here to, for the commandment to love God and so, and then to love neighbor, and also, to be this good steward in other way. So that's one thing. But then, going back to the music, since I'm in music worship ministry, which mostly goes on to the music, and that this is my commitment, this is my thing, okay, nothing. So I decide myself that I will not listen to secular music, anything that is for the world. Of course, there are many people can say they have their own perspective, but this is my perspective for me, that I will not listen to secular music, and I will not, let my spirit, what we call that, my spirit, got destroyed by these things. So that's one thing. And second thing is, talking about set apart, I can't serve two master, and of course I'm called for him. Like, he was so clear that day that I'm called for him, so I will serve him as long as I am, as long as I live. And also, one of the point that I was reminded of, one of the teaching that I've been through in one of the identity teaching, where the teacher, I love this guy Jeremiah, from Meghalaya. This guy is amazing in terms of, I have never heard a teaching on identity the way he teach, so real, so relevant, that your spirit can say, oh, this is this is really a, how to say, it's really from God kind of thing. I could really relate with my spirit to his spirit, and not what other way. So yeah, so that's, he was teaching, and he said one line that kind of scratched my heart, is songs are mini preacher. That's what he says. And we were talking about songs, so songs are mini preacher, and that dragged me towards, most famous word, faith comes by hearing, and hearing the word of God. So even the song also, this is my thing, okay, you hear it and it kind of develop, and it goes inside, and it connects with your spirit and your soul, and you react which way. Or just imagine, just thoughts, okay, just an example, I'm going through like a kind of depression where, and just imagine, I just choose to listen to a very sad song, and it's a very silly example, but surely my faith will be shifted to that area, and my heart will go on there, and that will make me more worse. Instead, what happened, why I'm saying and that's where my spirit will be positioned, right? That's one thing. And also, there are many reasons that I decided to not to listen to secular songs, or even play or sing. And yeah, one of the big reason is, whatever I said, whatever I've shared with you, it's my thing, okay, it's my personal thoughts, it's my personal perspective, but I just feel like to share it. That's why I just put on it. But my point here is that why I'm sharing is because faith comes by hearing, and hearing the word of God. In the long side, you and I are, set apart for Him, and you and I are called. You and I are, designed by Him for worship. And personally, for me, I decided not to listen to any secular songs. I'm not against anybody. I'm not putting any doctrine here, but I'm just sharing my own thoughts for myself, what I've decided. It's more like my testimony, so I believe you might get something to take away. So this is my heart that, it's not easy for you and I to serve two masters. Either you choose one, it's your choice. But yeah, my thoughts, my thing is, I decided to follow Jesus, and also I decided to serve Him. So my master is Jesus only. So I feel like to share this with you, and thank you so much for taking your time to listen to this. And yeah, I believe it really, I believe that you might get something out from this. And yeah, just want to remind you again and again that He don't judge you. I'm talking about Jesus, okay? He don't judge you, He cares for you. All right? So thank you so much. God bless you.